Are we on? Yes, look.
Yep, it's recording.
Okay, we're recording now. All right. So we're back with Damn Cancer today, and I just wanted to invite y'all to come hear another story we have today. And first of all, I'd like to start off with saying like how good God is and how thankful I am for Him allowing me to be able to start Damn Cancer, to be able to help other people. I give Him all the glory, 100% of it. So I'm just so excited for you guys to meet my new friend Vickie today. And I would like for you guys to hear her story. She is from Louisiana, and she is going through cancer treatments right now. Actually, she would like to be starting them back up, but she has some bills that need to be paid before they will take care of her. So, Vickie, welcome.
Hi.
I'm wonderful. So I just wanted to have you share your story. So what year were you diagnosed, and what kind of cancer was it?
It was 2018, and I had breast cancer that was stage 1, and I know it had other parameters with it, but I kind of blocked all of the details of it out. I know it was invasive beyond the duct, but not into a lymph node, and it was hormonally driven.
Okay.
So it was a difficult aftercare procedure for me, really more so than the surgery or anything, trying to block the hormone that drove the increase in the cancer cells.
Okay.
So,
So then, go ahead.
I was diagnosed in 2018, and
Okay.
within months, I was in surgery with a lumpectomy and reconstruction, and then I had kind of a host of other issues that developed, and ended up with a team of 27 doctors at MD Anderson in Houston. And then I kind of just fell between the cracks. There was an issue with billing, and I tried very hard to reconcile that issue. I tried to prevent the issue initially. I spoke with my insurance company. I spoke with the hospital. I was assured by the hospital in the end that each doctor that would see me for follow-up and the hospital itself was indeed covered 100% by my insurance, and that I would incur no expenses when I returned for 2 days of follow-up testing. But instead, the insurance denied those charges, so they were part of my new deductible for the next year, which is what I had assumed. And so I worked for months with MD Anderson's patient advocate, and went to the supervisor of that department and worked with billing, and finally just received notice that they turned part of the $2,000 charges, the bill for that, over to a collection agency. So I understand that I can't go back for follow-up treatment with any one doctor without paying the balance that's owed now for over a year. So as a result, I had follow-up surgery even in Louisiana. And because the physician here was not working hand in hand with my whole team in Houston, I'm concerned that he just treated me from a perspective of a plastic surgeon. And when he removed 3 lumps that appeared in the year following my initial surgery and reconstruction, I honestly don't think he sent anything to pathology. When I called back, I asked what the results were, and his office seemed confounded that I was even asking such a question, and then just assured me that everything was fine. But I've received no report from pathology, which typically would come to you directly by mail. So I question that, and I'm now having a lot of pain, soreness, disfiguration,
Okay.
and I really need to get back to MD Anderson, but I can't without paying this huge bill. So, and that, as you know, follows all of your travel bills. I'm in Louisiana, and your stay in Houston. So it all amounts overwhelming.
Yes. So basically what you're saying is that the treatment that you've had, you now feel like you need to go back and do more follow-up treatments, but they are not allowing that until the previous bill is paid. Is that correct?
It is correct that I have tried to, in this past year, make follow-up appointments because they are scheduled, and there are many of them. There are myriad visits that I've missed because we can't get the billing straight.
Right.
And I'm told that if I come, I'll owe a phenomenal fee just for seeing any one doctor there.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. So the next step for you is to get that bill paid so that you can go and get further treatment. Now, do you have insurance that will help cover what you need to have done next?
I do, and of course, open enrollment is in November of this year. So I want to make sure I have everything in place that will cover MD Anderson particularly. And then if it goes against my deductible, it will be okay because I'll be prepared now with a smaller deductible.
Right.
No, I just didn't have the luxury of that last time.
Okay. Okay. Well, that sounds really like a tough spot to be in. And I know going through my treatments, I had 5 surgeries in 2019, 6 rounds of chemo, and we had great insurance, but even as much as that covered, there were always bills coming in months later for this, that, and the other. Plus, time down, I couldn't cook, so we were, getting food. There were lots of people who gave us food though, and supplied meals for us, so that was amazing. But
yeah.
expenses that you don't even think about. Yes, we had great insurance, but it still didn't cover everything. So I can understand where, the whole insurance thing is very confusing. You think everything's covered when you sign on that dotted line, and then it's just not. And then you have to figure out how you're going to survive this cancer that you've been fighting. And now you have to come up with a way to pay these bills so you can still pay your house bill, your electricity bill, So it's just one thing after the other. You've already got a load on you mentally, trying to just survive life and in that crisis moment. And so now here you are back in a difficult situation and not even being able to go get help that you do desperately need. And because, we all know that the longer you wait on cancer, it doesn't wait for us. It doesn't wait for us to pay those bills. It doesn't wait for us. It'll take us. So we just need to really push. My push right now is to help my friend Vickie to be able to get these bills paid so she can get back to the doctor, so she can get her treatment that she needs done, so she can be survivor. And Vickie, something about Vickie that I've learned is that she has a dog. She takes care of dogs, and right now she's in Louisiana, and they don't have, some houses don't have electricity, so she has a house full of dogs that she's taking care of for other people. So she has a generous heart, and I would like to be able to bless her with taking care of these bills for her. She's also going to do a really awesome thing in Louisiana. She's going to start a damn cancer shoe drive. She's going to start collecting shoes for us. So I'm so excited because all of the shoes that we collect are going to be able to get more money for us so that we can be able to pay these people's bills, like our friend Vickie, and get Aiden on an airplane. So we have big goals, but we have a big God. And I know that he's going to take care of us in all of this. And I'm so glad that I got to meet you, Vickie. You're an awesome.
Thank you so much. I think your organization is amazing. I think you have an amazing spirit and a great heart. And you firsthand understand what we're going through. We're so different than we once were before cancer. Cancer is life-changing, changes the process, changes the way we problem solve it. Everything is just a little bit more overwhelming, and we're a little less equipped to deal with it for a while. And right now I'm in that zone where I've done all that I possibly can, and I'm exhausted. I'm really tired, and it's time to schedule the next mammogram and the next round of tests, and I'm just at a stop in front of this huge mountain, and I'm thinking, it's just $2,000, but right now it seems like $1 million.
Yeah.
My husband, the week I was diagnosed with cancer, and I've gone through many changes, many financial changes, emotional changes, of the stopping of my hormones caused so much confusion. I would be in mid-sentence, and I'm still finding myself searching for words, but I remember bursting into tears when I was trying to come up with the word for spoon, and it wasn't there. It was just gone from my memory bank, or driving and not knowing which direction to turn or where I was going and having to ask someone. So you go through so much more than anybody tells you to expect, and it happens so quick.
Yes.
So before you understand any of it, and then the bills come and hit you, and you're just lost.
Yes, it can be overwhelming. I have all those same memories when you were talking about not finding words. I still do that.
I do too.
Words sometimes are like, wait, I know what I'm trying to say. It's just not coming out. So I do have that. I do have all of the, the memory stuff doesn't stay together with me. And lots of things like that come up that would have in the past for me been so simple to deal with, but it seems like you said, it becomes this mountain and it's standing in front of you, and you're just like, before I would have just, all right, God, let's knock this mountain down. But when your mind is in that stage, it's almost impossible to get beyond that and to see the other side. And so I totally get, and I totally understand where you're coming from, and I can empathize greatly with you. And but you know what?
A lot of people just don't understand, and it's hard to explain it.
It is.
And it's been with stage 1 cancer, they're like, oh, that was a baby cancer. There is no such thing. It's just maddening to get through, to get to the other side of it. And then when you're there, you're not really, because I've had surgery since then, and I'm facing more that I already facing now. So if stage 1 is that difficult, then my heart is with folks who have it even worse, and I feel blessed. I feel blessed to have found y'all. I don't think it's any chance happening that I ran across your information, and I was just instantly wanting to help. But before I even knew if you could do anything to assist me, or if I even met your requirements, you haven't even said, no, wait, Vickie, I'm sorry, we're going to have to take down all of your information. We'll check back with you later. We'll see if our board decides. No, you just said, look, let's talk, and let me see what I can do. And that's everything.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here. We're going to do what we can for you, and we're going to get you somehow. We're with God. That's all I can say is with God. He can move that mountain for us, because where you and I can't see the way, He has the way. And so I'm just counting in 100% faith on Him. That's all I have is 100% faith. And I have a lot of people that are out there that are willing to help us and move this mission forward to help not only you, but Aiden get on an airplane. Those are our first 2 missions that Damn Cancer is, but you know what? We got to start somewhere. And I'm just so happy to have met you, and you're just such a blessing to me already.
Thank you. Thank you. You're the blessing. And I hope that I can help spread your word a little further to the south and get some shoes in for your drive, and people know you're out there, because all of us affected by cancer in some way. I don't know anybody who hasn't, and that's not just a cliche.
Right.
And just on the rural country road that I live on here in Louisiana, there are probably 5 of us who have been diagnosed.
Wow.
And that's, what's the odds of that?
Yeah,
So
that's too much.
it's prevalent. It's scary. There's no roadmap through it.
No.
And we really do need folks who are looking out for us. When we're in the middle of it, we just can't see the direction.
You're right. All right. Well, Damn Cancer loves you, and we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.